So okay students, now we're doing the assignment 2.2. The first is MCQs, multiple choice question. Which of the following shows the commutative property for addition of whole numbers? Okay, in this second assignment we will study about the associative property, commutative property, closure property in addition, in subtraction, or in multiplication, or also in division. So the first MCQ is that which one of the following show the commutative property? What is commutative property in addition? Commutative property in addition. Okay. So if we talk about the property, it's A plus B always equals to B plus A. Now we see the first sum, hence it's hold the commutative property or not. Minus 3 plus 4, then 4 minus 3. It seems it's A, it's B, then it's B, it's A. Okay, minus plus means it comes 1. Here 4 minus 3, it's also come 1. Hence it hold the commutative property in addition. Okay, now you have to do the other sums like same as. Okay, the second part is if A divided 6, then the value of A is equals to, we know that when there is a sign of divide, if we want to reverse, then we have to use the sign of multiply. Then it comes 1 by 6, then it's 1, and here it's downside and we easily take it into another side. It's go, here becomes 6, then when A multiply 1, it's always come A. So answer of A is 6. Hence we tick the 6. Next is filling the blanks. When we multiply 3 to 5 into 0, answer always 0, because anything multiply with 0, answer is 0. And if here we're talking about that the commutative property in multiplication in second Phillips, when 1560 multiply by 15, it's always 15 multiplied by 1560, means A multiply B is equals to B multiply A. Here in the third, 1 multiplied by 9, 9, 9 always come 9, 9, 9. Okay, in the next, if we minus from anything, it always same, comes same, means 6, 3, 6, 3. From minus from 0, it comes 6, 3, 6, 3. Next, if we divide anything with the 1, it always comes same number. 2789 divided by 1, it's always come 2799. Next, if anything, both the number are same, if we divide them, the always answer comes is 1. Next is, which is not possible. A whole number is divided by 0. We're talking about the whole number like 1. And if we divide it by 0, it comes not defined. We can't define it. Okay, means it always give a value that we can't define it. It's answering which we can't be, we can say, get a proper answer. So the asking about which is not possible means this particular answer is right, because it is not possible, because anything divided by 0, we can't define it. Answer is not defined. Next, why we don't choose in the second option? Because 0 is divided by a whole number. Yes, 0 when divided by a whole number, answer is 0, because 0 is always also a whole number. So it is possible, but it is neither possible, and they asking about the which is not possible. So when anything A whole number is divided by, like 1 is a whole number is divided by 0. Answer is not defined, means we can't define it. Next part, fourth is the product of 0 and a whole number. A whole number, yes, when we product means multiply. When we anything like 4 is a whole number is multiplied by 0, answer is 0, and 0 is also a whole number. Next is the product of whole number and 1, a whole number, yes, like 4 multiply 1, it's 4, and 4 is a whole number. Now we further go toward the sixth part. Verify the closure property of addition of a whole number. The closure property of addition. Sixth part, the closure property for addition means when we anything add in any number, it always gives a whole number. Okay, the first sum is, for example, when we add up the 7 is a whole number, plus 8 is also a whole number, hence we get a 15, and 15 is also a whole number. So we verify the property, hence verify it. Anything both the whole number are added and we get the whole number. Here next, 19 plus 0, when we add 19 plus 0, 19 is a whole number, 0 is a whole number, both it gives a whole number. So 19 is also a whole number, hence we verify it. Another sum you have to do by yourself because it's a very simple property. Next is we do the seventh part, verify associative property of addition for the following. Okay, now we see what is the associative property in addition. Associative property in addition. Okay, what is associative property in addition? When a plus b in a bracket plus c is equals to a plus b in a bracket b plus c. Okay, where we see whether the both statements are equal or not, hence we do the sums. First sum is 3, 5, 7. This is a, this is b, this is c, hence 3 plus 5, c is 7. Next, a 3 in bracket 5 plus 7, then it's come 3 plus 5, 8 plus 7, here 5 plus 7 is 12, it 15, it also come 15, hence we can say, hence we verify it, means the associative property in addition here in this sum hold. In same way, if we're talking about the second sum, 2, 4, 6, here A is 2, B is 4 and C is 6. Associative property A plus B plus C, then A plus in a bracket B plus C, and if we putting the value of ABC in the sum, we get 12 is equals to 12, hence we proved it. Okay, now we further go toward the eighth sum. Eighth sum is if A is 256 and B is 175, then show that A minus B is not equals to B minus A. It's very simple. We just taking first of all this equation, okay, which we have to show. Then A minus B we have to taking here equal is equals to B minus A. So putting the value of A 256 and B 175, and here is sign of equals to B 175 and A is 256. Okay, here we get the minus 81, here we get the positive 81. So these both are not equal, and we show that A minus B is not equals to B minus A. It's the eighth sum. Now we go further, go toward the ninth sum. When A is equals to 12, B is equals to 8 and C is equal to 5, then show that A minus in a bracket B minus C is not equals to in a bracket A minus B and minus C. We just putting the value in the ninth sum, like A is 12, B is 8 and C is 5, and A equals to sign we use, but we take the first of all this equation, then A is 12, B 8, then C 5, and by putting the value 12 minus 3 9, 4 minus 5 minus 1, hence we show that these both are not equal.